So here I got the 5-day chart for AKBA. As we can see, there's a huge gap down, so that's why we're talking about it. $10 pretty much. Opened up around $3.50. Sold off quickly under $3 in the next couple days, right? So everyone's thinking, is this gonna bounce? So we'll go over the catalyst, what caused this. First off, let's go off the short-term resistance and support that built this last week after the gap down. So I got on the 3-day. So as a support, 265 is the big one, is where you want to load right now. And if that breaks, which it has already, 250 held. So that's another one. 250 and 265 are my support levels so far. And if those break, there's gonna be no support underneath that low. So you gotta respect that, and you can't be just in this one without tight risk management or watching it real closely with the mental stop. So as a form of resistance, it formed it at 285, $3, around 320, and then there'll be some at 350-ish. Actually, like 365, we'll say, and that'll make more sense on the year chart. So we'll say 265 and 250 are the support levels. So no support levels underneath that, which is scary though. 285, $3, 320, and around 360-ish are the resistance levels from after the gap down. Let's look at the 200-day to get a picture. So you can see we were in an uptrend. And that news gapped it right underneath that gap trend, underneath the 200 SMA that's all the way at $9. And then since then we've had two red days, right? Which didn't help was the market finally pulled back on this news day after many green days. It was helping support all these stocks, so that definitely didn't help. So usually I rarely ever see a 95% cut on a stock in one day. RSI's real oversold. MACD looking so oversold, and it's also worth noting. So the previous highest volume day of the whole year was 16 million here on this big gap up. We sold off on 81 million on that first day on the news. So to put it in perspective, I got the 10 kilo here. And there's 143 million shares. So you gotta figure that's what, between about 2/3 and 3/4 of the entire outstanding share that day at 81 million. So a lot of people are still underwater. No one is holding this from likely from here all the way to here without selling. So a lot of people that loaded up here are holding big bags right now and will be looking to get out. So I don't expect it to pop right back up, definitely, but I do expect a bounce. And it's still over the catalyst. So what happened was they fall as one of their studies on their drugs failed to meet the safety endpoint. But on a positive note, it met the primary and key secondary efficiency endpoints. So it's the safety endpoint. They got it right. So there we go, 73.5 plunge. That's crazy. So shorts are in it big, and since the plunge, I saw some upgrade and a downgrade, so that's interesting to me. So let's go on the year. I got the resistance levels on the bigger picture. So at first I thought, oh, it's just a big gap, but there are a lot of resistance if there are people holding from this uptrend that got greedy and didn't sell. So this explains the 320 range from the gap down. These people, I think. Here's around that 360. That explains that. So if we break past that 360, the next one I'll be looking for is about 425. After 425, I'll be looking for 5. After 5, 6. Then 650. Then 7. Then 750. Then 8. After 8, we'll go around 850, 860 right here. And then about 925 we'll say. And I'm not going to go much over that because it's only a $3 stock and I don't think it's going to bounce back that fast. But it's also worth noting one thing, the 10 kill they just dropped, which is pretty recent, shows they have $245 million in cash. So with that share count, I did the math, that's $1.71 per share. So they're only trading about approximately $1 above cash level right now. So that's real interesting. And let's take an even farther look back. Here's the 3-year. So as you see, I did a look, and there's never been a split on this stock. So let's go 5 years. I mean, look at that. It's just lost all its gains majorly. But sometimes you gotta think: is this the steps for this stock to become a penny stock forever, or is this just a short-term downtrend? I mean, panic that's gonna eventually bounce back. Maybe we'll bounce back. My guess is probably, slowly climb back to this 450, 460 level. Maybe test the 5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scalp it until there's some news and a lot of volume, and I'm gonna play the options. I'm gonna play $5 calls, stagger them different times throughout the next few upcoming months. So that's my game plan on this play.